What's good, guys? We're back. I want to talk about a very serious issue in this video. Things that will help you guys out a lot for all you brand owners, but it's from the title, the 5 biggest mistakes that I made that costed me over $200,000 in the last year. And this is gonna be an uncut video, just straight sauce, straight everything I learned and how to avoid it and what I did to actually fix these issues. And it can relate to honestly any type of business model. Obviously, me, I own a clothing brand, but the main issue was I scaled way too fast. And what I mean by that is I turned up ads. As soon as I start seeing, I made the drop. So this is the drop I made in 4 different colorways. It went fucking crazy, like it blew up. And I started spending $800 to $1,000 to $2,000 a day in that month. And I was just seeing money come in. I know for any ecom brand owner, you see the sales coming, you see the money, you don't want it to stop. Like I was getting $5, $6, $8,000 days just off ads, and I was tunnel vision. I was just seeing the money, seeing the revenue, seeing the dashboard. I'm like, holy shit, I love this shit. I wanted to keep going, and being so new into the game and not having your mental straight and not going through these issues, you just play along with it. And at the end of the month, I seen 1,000 orders I had to ship. I wasn't even thinking about shipping or like what would happen after, or what would happen at the end of the month. I seen 1,000 orders. I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, so we gotta figure this out. And not to mention, I was the only one on the team back then. I did not have any VAs, anything like that. I had one warehouse in Canada, which was shit. I'm not gonna say the warehouse name, but they were trash, and that was it. So I had a trash warehouse, 1,000 orders to fulfill, and made $150,000 that month. That's it, bro. So the biggest issue, or what I did, the biggest issue was I had 1,000 orders to fulfill. If you guys scale too fast, which some of you probably did, you're gonna have angry customers, people thinking you're a scam, so your face card is destroyed, your brand reputation gets tarnished. You have to answer emails all day, and then I had no inventory in my warehouse, or very little. So at the end of that month, I was like, holy sh! Like I gotta order a shit ton of clothes. I didn't know anything. I was still learning the game. I ordered a bulk order of $100,000. $100,000 bulk order. That's almost all the revenue I got for that month. I just poured it into a bulk order, and not even looking at the orders. I just made the bulk order like an idiot, and I got it shipped to the trash Canadian warehouse. If you guys are in Canada, any business owners, don't do any business in Canada. I'm talking about, don't hire no one, don't get a warehouse or a shipping company, don't manufacture, don't do anything in Canada. It's just the economy and it's just bad, bro. Just trust me, do not do it. You're gonna get fucked over. So what happened was, I got the orders. I was getting refunds every day, angry customers, chargebacks, and it got so bad to a point where Shopify's like, yeah, like we don't know what you're doing, we're pausing your payouts. So boom, I got cooked right there. I got like $15,000 on hold, which wasn't too bad, and then I had to get a payment processor. So valuable tip, regardless if you're on Shopify payments right now, regardless of anything, even if you own an agency and you scale brands, get a backup payment processor, because these people are going to hold your money no matter what. So always have a backup payment processor. I'm in Canada, I use Moneris, that's the best one. If you guys are in the US, use Aiden or Authorize.net. Those ones are good. And yeah, always have that. So that's what happened. I got cooked, and I had to figure it out. So basically how I figured everything out was, I took a step back. I'm like, all right, logistics and fulfillment was the number one thing that cooked me. And this leads to my second point, which is the biggest issue why I lost $200,000 was because of logistics and fulfillment and systems, backend systems. So this goes on to the second point, but how we fixed that and how I fixed my brand reputation from being cooked, from chargebacks to 1,000 orders needing to be fulfilled, was I analyzed everything and I noticed, all right, at that time, most of my customers were buying from the USA. So I'm tapped in with a lot of clients. I scale a lot of clients. I'm like, all right, so let's see what these people are doing, what the big brands are doing in the US. And they had a 3PL. So I got connected with the 3PL, and now I currently still have that warehouse, which is in LA, in USA. And we tapped in with them, and we basically got all the current stock shipped out to that warehouse. So that 100,000 bulk order, I had to thug it out. I had to take whatever L it was. I was getting overcharged at the Canada warehouse. I'm like, just ship the orders, get these customers what they bought. So that was another L I took. It is what it is. Get a good 3PL and don't do it in Canada. So we got the 3PL in USA, and what this does is it's cheaper because most of my customers are in the USA, and that warehouse handles USA orders, Canada orders, and United Kingdom orders. And on top of that, on top of it being cheaper, it's in the USA, so shipping times are way faster, which means happy customers and returning customers, which means more profit for you in the long run. So that was the first step I had to do. And the second step to avoiding that issue from ever happening again, from ever having 1,000 orders to fulfill, was creating a reorder system. So what I mean by that, whatever you guys are selling, you gotta always look at how much is being sold in the last 2 weeks or a month. What do you forecast? How much do you think is going to be sold in the next 2 weeks? I personally do 2 weeks. I make an order around every 2 weeks. So I see how much was ordered in the last 2 weeks. How much do I think of each item and each size is going to be sold in the next 2 weeks? And I reorder based on that. So the thought process behind that is you're basically clearing all the last 2 week orders, and then you're over ordering based on your estimate of what's going to be ordered in the next 2 weeks. So it's hard to explain, but by the time, so you make that order, so that covers 4 weeks of orders, the last 2 weeks and the next 2 weeks. So boom, it takes 2 weeks to actually make a bulk order like that. So boom, that's covered. So by the time that lands, that's already covering the 2 weeks you forecasted, and then you make another bulk order, which again forecasts the next 2 weeks. So it's like a continuous cycle that's always supplying the orders that are coming in, which therefore means that you're always gonna have items in stock. So that's the next thing I had to do, which you can create Shopify reports and just talk to the Shopify AI and things like that to see how much is being ordered and how much I should order. And that was the next issue I did to fix the logistic issue. Then the next one, crazy sauce, but China has the best logistic system in the world. They have the cheapest shipping rates to the whole world, because so much shit, you always see made in China under every single toy, under everything. It's always made in China. They ship literally every type of product to every country in the whole world. So, and another thing is, for you brand owners or even anyone, any e-commerce brand in general, do not think in a box. Don't think so closed off. You want to be a millionaire. You want to make millions. You want to have millions in your account. So think like one and think outside of the box. Don't only run your ads and want to sell and do pop-ups and do all this shit in USA. Think bigger. Do you realize how big of a customer market there is for any type of product in international? I'm talking about Italy. I'm talking about France, Germany, like Mexico, like literally all these countries. These are whole countries that you're not even targeting. That's millions. I'm talking tens of millions more, like billions of dollars. They're ready to just dish out to your products. So I'm like, all right, that's how I'm really gonna take this brand to millions. And I got a warehouse in China to ship my orders, and I also got a manufacturer in China to create my clothes. So now international orders are its whole own system. It has nothing to do with the USA warehouse. It has nothing to do with the USA manufacturer that I have. Now the China manufacturer makes the clothes. It reaches the China 3PL shipping warehouse the next day. And there's no taxes, there's no shipping costs you gotta pay, there's no bullshit you gotta go through, all these imports and all that stuff. It's next day. They receive it next day. They ship it in 2 days, bro. It's crazy. Like that in itself is making me more money than the USA market. Because with that warehouse, I can reach every single country in the world. I can reach Dubai. I can reach anywhere I want. Australia. It doesn't matter. I can run ads to all those places. It just opened up my brand to the whole world. Now I can literally get Amazon shipping shipped next day to the whole world. So that's just money pouring in, money coming in, like international exposure. All these influencers, all these rappers international are hopping on like my brand and stuff like that. So that's fixed. That's literally the most important ones I wanted to talk about first were those ones. The other ones they're still important, but they're not gonna take as much time. I wanted to really give you guys some sauce, and those two is what's gonna take your brand from, not getting fucked over first of all, and not losing your money and not running into bullshit issues. It's gonna take you from growing like this, not like this and getting fucked up, like this, and then boom, once you have enough capital to expand, get warehouses and stuff, you're gonna be going like this at a stable rate where you can control it, where you have systems built, where you already know what to expect, and you're gonna be good. So those are the first two issues. Now leading on to the third one is I didn't have a good offer. Obviously I was new to the game last year, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't have a good offer. And what I mean by that is you have to provide value to people. Like obviously I get sales, and that's how I blew up, was just selling like this tracksuit in different colors, and my brand relies heavily on aesthetics and people feeling like the brand, like, oh my god, like if I wear this, it's a statement piece, I'm gonna look like this, I need to get it. But what boosted my sales to the next level and my brand to the next level is having a good offer. So if you buy this sweatsuit, we got you with a discount, we got you with some free shit, with some free gifts and things like that. And what that does is it creates an emotional connection to the brand. It's like, oh my god, I'm feeling like valued by this brand. Like they're rewarding customers just by buying their product. It's an emotional connection to these customers. And when you create an offer like that, or buy one get one free, buy one get one 50% off, not only does it convert better on ads, and you're gonna get a better return on ad spend and lower CPMs and stuff like that, but it creates an emotional connection with the customer, and they feel valued, which is what you always want. It's always about the customer. So an offer is a very big thing that helped me more on the ad side, more on the marketing side, but it helped me just be able to grow my brand on the ad side very easily, and by not wasting money. Like I didn't have to waste so much money on ads to acquire a sale because I had a good offer running. So that is something you guys really need to look into and see what offer fits my brand the best, or what offer like makes my certain customer base feel the most valued in. And then let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one's really mindset, and it's a very important one actually. This is probably like it's a big thing, but I ran into this issue a few months ago actually when I just moved into the spot. But I was too money driven. Like once you see the money, and once you get nice things, and the people around you were all elevating and stuff like that, I got too money driven. Like for example, like I just bought an M4. I just bought $1,000 M4. I'm about to pick it up this week. My boy literally just got a Lamborghini Urus, and we picked it up last week. But like things like that, like it's like holy shit, like we're young and turnt, and I want more of it. Like the feeling's nice, but once you get like that, you forget the roots, and you forget where you came from. And I came from just a passion. I used to design on my iPhone 11, design all my designs, the things that my best sellers to this day, I just designed when I was working my 9-to-5 job out of passion, out of things that I wanted to wear, but I couldn't find it online, and I designed it and I turned it into my own brand. And obviously you got to focus on the money, you got to allocate your money, you got to manage your money well, but Um, it's kind of a mindset thing. You always got to remember your roots. And for me personally, my roots is I'm a creator. I've always been a creator. I've always been creative in terms of always making edits or always making stuff with my hands when I was younger. And I'm a creator. I'm not a guy who sells courses. I'm not a guy who teaches. I'm not a guru. Like, even though I know my stuff, that's not the type of person I am. I like editing and creating lifestyle content, designing clothes, and just creating like a whole atmosphere around my brand that people feel. And obviously it's worked so far, and it's what I'm best at. So it was really an issue where I was just relying too heavy. Like the bad days, the slow days were affecting me hard. The days where I seen very like $1,000 days on my Shopify dashboard were hitting me, and I'm like, this is not enough. Like I need more. I need to lock in. I need to work. I need to grind. I need to stay up 24/7. But that's not the case. Hustling does not make you rich. You gotta work smarter, as they say. You gotta create systems, hire a team, hire people, and always remember what you have to do as a brand owner. And for me, that's creative direction, that's designing, that's making crazy content, and just things that I like. That's it. And I can't steer away from that, because once you do, you swerve out of your purpose, and then you're just misaligned. Like everything worked out for me because I was doing what I loved. I was doing my passion regardless of the outcome. I was just doing what I loved. So whatever business you're in, whatever you're doing, you always got to remember where you came from, why you started it, and just how it even became successful. For most people, obviously when you start a business, you do the work without any outcome, so you don't give a fuck. You're just doing the work out of passion, out of that drive, and that's what you always need to have to stay successful. So that's a very important mental state that you should be in at all times for your brand, your business, anything like that. And the fifth issue, going back to that issue, how that actually lost me money, was because I was so money driven that I was just focused on the outcomes. And what literally made me so much money, what made my brand successful, what made customers love me, is literally just me doing what I loved. Like me creating, not caring about the outcome, not caring about how much sales am I gonna get, not caring about, oh my god, is this gonna go viral? And it's so weird, it's so contradicting. But once I started thinking like, this needs to go viral, or this post is gonna make me the most sales, that's when the money was nowhere to be found. But when I'm not aiming for those things and I'm just doing me, doing what I love, the money pours in. So it's a very specific mental state you have to be in, and you have to be aligned. Like this energy stuff is really real. You have to be aligned with why you started it. So now the fifth issue, or the fifth thing that made me lose a lot of money, not as much as the first and second points, that's where the majority of my money was gone, but the fifth and last one was following trends instead of creating trends. So what I mean was, like, for example, everyone knows the Maybach music sound and everyone's doing it, but even though it gets people a lot of sales, it's very trendy and stuff, it's going viral and it's getting you a lot of exposure, it's for example, it's tying your brand to every single other brand that's doing it. What's the differentiator? People are only doing it to go viral, to get views. There's no differentiator. And psychologically, as a consumer, as someone who's watching, it's like they see that shit every single day, the same sound, the same edit where the person's glitching. It's like, all right, like cool, like just another Maybach music brand. Like these trends, it ties back to you being aligned too. These trends they're good, they can work, but it's like you gotta be different. You gotta stand out, obviously, and that's where you're gonna get the most sales. And you gotta create your own trends. What I mean by that is, go very far back. These trends came from somewhere. They came from someone experimenting, doing their thing, making an edit that they liked, and it went viral and it worked. So the same rules apply to you. Do something you like, do something you fuck with that's different, that no one really does. or even for a design, for example, don't copy designs. Do something you fuck with and what you love, and boom, it has a chance to go viral in its own way. And that, like, following trends, you're gonna make more money doing doing your own original stuff. You're gonna make more money off that quicker than if you were to follow trends. Because following trends, yeah, sure, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money off the sales, off the content stuff, but longevity, this clothing brand game, it's not get rich quick. It is not. And if you think it is and you want to do it, the brand is gonna have no longevity. And I've seen it many times in the clients I've worked with, the clients that are signed on with us. I see it happening, and I see it right now. The people that want the quick money, that are making good money, but I know and I can tell that in 1, 2, 3, 4 years from now, the brand is gone. It's not gonna be a thing. So that's very important. Do not follow trends. Create your own trends. Try your own things. Do your own things. Don't be afraid to post this weird ass edit. Don't be afraid to post this weird content idea. Just do it. Post it and see how it does. Just keep on doing you, because that's how my brand it got to the level it is now, and the level it's gonna be in a year from now is gonna be ridiculous. But that's how I made it work, and that's what I want everyone to know. And from what I see, a lot of people are just copying each other. People are trying to copy my designs, even this specific design people are trying to copy. I've had people obviously rip my brand, rip my website, copy my website, my brand, and it's a good thing. It shows that you're building something real. But yeah, you always gotta do your own thing. That's where the longevity's at. So those 5 points, I hope you guys can take any aspect of that and apply it to your own business, apply it to any business you're starting, anything like that. The first and second point is the most important. Please go back, rewatch it, take something from those first and second points, and hopefully this video helped you open your eye in any way and things like that. So comment down below if you want me to talk about any specific topic in general, and I'll catch you all in the next one.